Now, how much? We've got tons of money. Let's upgrade this. And now we can have some more contracts. Thing is, some of these are quite hard. Look, they have to be very specific. You have to be within 10,000 meters to do that. So that may have been a waste of money because some of these look really hard. Like, so I have to be at that specific, those 5,000 meters at that specific speed. You basically have to design a whole rocket around performing that test. I'm not very good at doing that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is plow on. I will upgrade that though, so we can have bigger rockets now. And we still have our mission to achieve an orbit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to achieve orbit. And that means getting this into space. Oh no. We've got science. Let's get some more parts before we build a new rocket to get us into orbit. Here we are. Right, so we can have different engines with bigger fuel tanks. We can have some stability and these decouplers. Those will be useful. And we definitely need those. So I'll start with that. I want the decouplers. Have I got enough for general rocketry as well? I do. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, all three of those, and then we're going to have to start choosing our direction a bit more carefully. I mean, at some point, doing the planes is really fun, but they're also really quite difficult to do. I'm much better at our disposable rockets. Look at that! That's entirely new. I've never seen that before. That's so cool. Okay. Okay. I don't think I've seen this either. So... Ooh. So it's a tough thing to allow them to put experiments in. Okay. Alright. Interesting. So that one also had a high gain antenna. Okay, so I'm guessing that's for satellites and things? This is going to be a big deal when we get that, the Science Junior. That gets you tons of science, but we've got to get science before we can unlock more science. So let's just go into orbit. Who are we going to send into orbit first? I haven't decided yet, but we can definitely streamline this a bit, so we don't need that. But we do need more fuel, so let's do that. Let's get a bit more fuel to get us even higher. Look at this! That's a really big booster. Okay, let's try this. I don't know if this will work, but let's get 4 of those big ones and just solidly fire ourselves straight up. They'll burn for ages, and then we can do these 2 little ones, and then that. Oh, maybe that's... Is that going to be enough? I'm going to put some more fuel. Well, why not? Okay, and we did get some aerodynamics, so put those on there. I'm going to put winglets on as well. I'm going to put them on that stage there. I have no idea if this will work well, having them between those. But I can only try. Did I get any new science? I did! The pressure meter! Okay. So we had the thermometer on that side, so I'll put the pressure meter on this side. And again, we only need one of them. Just the one. Okay. And now we've got these interesting things. We've got more parachutes, better parachutes. That is one thing I'm quite worried about. Aha! Don't have to worry. I've got a heat shield now. Right. That one's the right size. So how big is this one? Oh, it's tiny. A tiny heat shield. Okay, so now we have a heat shield as well. So that. Okay. Oh no. I don't know if you've seen what I've done. Made it too heavy. Oh no, I've got one too many parts. Wow. It's the least important bit, right? Okay, let's just try it without those. Who's feeling brave? Alright, Jebediah, you're brave. Is he brave? I actually didn't check. Okay. Right. V3. These are our early rockets. They're going to be fine. Okay. It's possible this engine won't have enough power to push these ones, unless these get really high. But we've got lots of money, so we can do some experimenting. We can afford to experiment. Service bay. So we can actually put these things all inside a service bay, but let's see if it works first. And we'll get some more experience for Jebediah. And if he's lucky, he can be our actual guy getting into orbit for the first time. Come on, Jebediah. Go! It looks a bit wobbly. That does not look like a natural angle for a rocket. What have I done? Did I not put them on straight? Oh. Let's see our shadow disappearing down there. God, look at these go! They burn forever! I'm getting so much height. I love them. I love it. See, I often wonder, I mean, building rockets isn't easy in this game, and getting anywhere, doing anything with them, isn't easy. But how do they do it in real life? It's just crazy. I mean, that's like even harder. Look at us go. We're just shooting through the atmosphere. We're still gaining speed. I think I've got a good orbital rocket here. This has a good chance of orbiting. I hope, he says. Okay, you know what, let's start angling already. How? Let's look. Oh look, we're easily. This thing's already going to get out of the atmosphere. This is good. Okay, now when you orbit, always go to 90 degrees at the horizon on the nav ball, because that's the direction opposite to the way Kerbal turns, so you get the extra sort of help, I guess. I think that's how it works. Whereas if you go retrograde, the opposite direction, it's harder, apparently. Okay, we're above the atmosphere. Let's go. This may be a bit of a wonky orbit, I must admit. But we'll see. We'll do what we can. There's not a lot I can do about this now. We're just going. I've set this engine off. It's not kind I can control the speed of. But we are getting some actual... Okay. We got quite a lot there. Of horizontal speed. That's the tricky part. So I'm going to let us get to the top of our arc a bit closer. So when we're closer to 50,000, 150,000 in height, I'm going to burn this engine and hope that I have enough. You see, we need enough to get us into an orbit, but we also need enough to slow down again afterwards. I may not have brought enough fuel with me, and that's my own fault for not expecting this to go as high as it did. That means we've got spare weight we can carry up. It wouldn't go as high if we did that, but we could still get it pretty high. We only need to be above 70,000 to get a good orbit. We can do this! I'm confident, and maybe that's a not gonna happen, but okay. We're getting close. We're slowing down vertically. I'm getting all these landmarks for distance. I've made it 32 kilometers. Okay, okay. When it gets to 48, let's start burning. Here we go. Okay. Let's go horizontal. Gotta watch our fuel. Nope, fuel. Fuel. Show me the fuel. Okay. We can't let the fuel go too low. And we have to try and get this all the way around, curve it. This could be close. Oh. Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna do it? If so, Jebediah, you're a lucky, lucky Kerbal. Of course, getting into orbit is one thing. Okay, we don't have to be too high on the other side. This is so close. Oh my god. Yes! Yes, we did it! We're there! We're in orbit! Yes! Oh my god. That was quite something. And look, now we can see, oh my word, this is new. This is our correct connection. We've got a path straight there, direct connection. Signal strength 99%. So as we go around, is that going to change? We've got enough fuel to slow down again. We have entered orbit. Yeah! So much monies. Ah. Jebediah, you are such a lucky Kerbal. I hope you know that. He doesn't care. He's just so chill. We did it. Is it worth looking at our mystery goo? We only get a little bit of science. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it. Is it going to be the same for this? Yeah, we get nothing for that. But we haven't done the pressure one yet. Where are you? There. Hard to look at it in the dark. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So we're not in a different enough scenario to get too much science from this, but we'll still be fine, I think. I love looking at it from orbit for a start, but I'm also curious to see how this goes. Look, it's gone down 1%. A whole percent. Okay, we can hurry it along a little bit. Let's time warp us a bit and watch. Oh my god. This is so cool. So, when we go round here, are we going to lose our direct connection? No, we're going through the Earth, though. And it's still... Oh! Oh! What's this? They've got tracking stations around the planet. I don't need to launch satellites to have information around Kerbal. That's quite good. That is quite good. I may need to sort of set something up for like the dark side of the moon and like the other planets, if we ever get that far. But that is quite nice. So, Harvester Massif. That must be a particular relay station. Does that mean if I fly around on Kerbal now, there's going to be these stations? I'll be able to see them. If I follow these lines, will I be able to find them? That's really interesting. Okay, let's go around a bit. I want to at least complete one orbit on our orbit. Nye Island. I love this. Look, they've named them after... Right, I'm guessing that's after Bill Nye. Crater Rim, okay. And the last one was Harvester, and Harvester was one of the major devs, like, for the game. And now we're back to the Space Center. Okay, okay. This time, we're going to start deorbiting. When we get to our... What do they call it again? Apoapsis. When we get to that, we are going to slow down. And because that's the higher side. This is the thing with orbits. And the thing I learned pretty much entirely from the Kerbal space program. If you want to travel in space, it's all about the orbits, and whatever maneuver you perform, it affects the opposite end of your orbit. It doesn't affect the bits you're actually on. You just change your speed at different parts of a circle, and that changes where you'll end up, not where you actually are. So look, we can slow down, and we just need it to be below 70,000, and it will start deteriorating at that point. So, because that's now going inside the atmosphere, when we get to that point, the atmospheric drag will make us land niftily. I'll save it a bit because I don't want to go so far down that we land in the dark side of Kerbal. But we'll see. Okay, let's do this. Let's have a look at our altitude as we go down around the dark side, and hopefully we'll land over in the sunlit part. Okay, we've hit the atmosphere. But okay, yeah, that makes sense because that's so low. So we'll probably actually land on the dusk part of the planet rather than the light side. Ah dear. Okay. Can you keep it there, Jebediah? On the nav ball. We've got enough fuel to slow down a bit more if we need to. We've got a heat shield as well. Look, you can just see either sunrise or sunset, I'm not exactly sure. I'm in space, it barely matters anymore. We're not in space. I take that back. It must have been so weird being like the first one to be up there, just on your own. It's just such a very desolate thing to be doing, and you know, both terrifying and exciting. You're just in a can, like with nothing around you, and no one else around for like hundreds of miles. I mean, just imagining being even, say, like one of the guys on the moon when they went. I can't see it here. Just imagining how far you are from everyone. It's just crazy. Crazy exciting. And some re-entry heat. So let's slow down. With our actual engine, we will slow down properly. Probably too much. Probably so much that, as I say, we'll land in the dark part. Okay, now just the heat shield to protect us. At least we have it this time. God, this thing is weird to maneuver. Very sensitive. But we're actually, this could be an interesting time to take a temperature reading. Good. We can do a crew report too. Very nice. And yeah, let's reset that. Good. Oh, no, that. Keep the heat shield actually facing straight away. Got to keep it in the center of this circle. This circle is indicating the direction opposite to where we're going. So if it was facing, if I had it on this circle on the other side, this would be pointing towards where we're going, but we're pointing away, the opposite direction. I can tell because it's got a little cross in it. It took me a while to figure that one out. But this is one of the fun things about this game. It's been through so many versions, and it's been nice to watch it develop, you know? It's been nice to see it evolve and get better. Because I remember when it was just the first public version, and it was It was really funny because you had none of these bells and whistles. It was literally just throw rocket engines together and see what you get, see where you end up. I mean, back then you couldn't even get to the sun. Like, it was just a skybox. There wasn't actually anything in space. Look, our heat shield, the obliter, only took a little bit of wear for that. Pretty good. And we're slowing down as we get into the thicker atmosphere. And then I will obviously release parachute. Looks like we're going to land in some mountains. Alright, watch you go. That'll slow us down a bit more. And I'll speed this up for you guys. You don't actually have to sit through the whole landing. Although, the warp can be a bit funny. That was the sound of some part of our spaceship crash landing. We are getting very close to the ground now. Come on parachute, work. God, I hate it when it does that. It's like, it's always so close to the ground when it unfurls. It makes me so concerned. Where are we? On the planet? Like, literally opposite side to Space Center. That probably has quite a lot of recovery costs. So, that island is where the signal is coming from. I love that. That's such an interesting touch. I'm guessing it is going to have a big effect on the gameplay as we do more and more crazy things. And I do intend to do quite a lot. I hope to get as far as I can. If we can get to the moon and Minmus, that's like the minimum goal. That's like the minimum of any campaign. The moon and Minmus, the second moon. Here we go. Bump. Recover. Let's see what we've done. We made a lot of money. That's the key thing. That means we can build bigger ships. Okay. So, tons of science. Love it. I think we were quite efficient with our science. And he's now level 1. Perfection.